Technology is always evolving, shaping the way we live, work, and connect. But how did it all begin? Let's travel back in time and witness the transformation of technology in the 20th century, decade by decade. The 1900s marked the birth of modern innovation. The telephone, invented by Alexander Graham Bell, was becoming widely used, revolutionizing communication. Meanwhile, the Wright brothers made history with the first powered flight in 1903, opening the doors to air travel. Entertainment was simple, with silent films being the main source of visual storytelling. 1910, as World War I raged on, the 1910s saw the rise of radio communication. The first commercial radio broadcast began, making information more accessible. Meanwhile, automobiles like the Ford Model T were becoming common, changing the way people traveled. Cinemas became a popular escape, with Charlie Chaplin entertaining audiences worldwide. The 1920s brought a technological boom. Radios were now in millions of homes, connecting the world like never before. The automobile industry thrived with mass production, making cars affordable for the average family. In entertainment, the first talkie film, The Jazz Singer, revolutionized cinema by introducing synchronized sound. Despite economic struggles, innovation didn't stop. The 1930s saw the rise of television, though it was still in its early stages. Aviation advanced with the first transatlantic passenger flights. Meanwhile, advancements in home appliances, like refrigerators and washing machines, improved daily life. 1940 World War II accelerated technological progress. Radar systems improved military strategy, and jet engines redefined air travel. After the war, television became more widespread, bringing news and entertainment into homes. The invention of the transistor in 1947 laid the foundation for modern computers. The 1950s saw a tech explosion. Television became a household staple, and the first color broadcasts arrived. Air travel was now faster and more accessible. The introduction of the first credit card changed how people handled money. Meanwhile, rock and roll took over the entertainment scene, defining a new generation. The 1960s were defined by the space race. In 1969, Apollo 11 landed on the moon, a historic moment for humankind. Computers became smaller and more powerful, with the first commercial computer networks emerging. Meanwhile, rotary dial phones remained a primary mode of communication, and the Beatles ruled the music charts. The 1970s introduced the first personal computers, like the Apple Warren and IBM 5100. Mobile communication saw progress with the first prototype of a mobile phone. Video game consoles like the Atari 2600 revolutionized entertainment, while disco and cassette tapes dominated the music industry. The 1980s were a turning point. The first commercially available mobile phones appeared, though they were large and expensive. Personal computers like the IBM PC and Apple Macintosh became widely available. The rise of arcade gaming, VHS tapes, and cable television transformed entertainment. Meanwhile, CDs started replacing cassette tapes. The 1990s changed everything. The internet was born, forever altering how we communicate, work, and learn. Mobile phones became more compact and accessible. Gaming evolved with the PlayStation and Nintendo 64. The first digital cameras appeared, setting the stage for the future of photography. Technology was no longer a luxury, it was becoming a necessity. From the telephone to the internet, from silent films to digital media, technology has continuously shaped human history. And as we step into the future, one question remains: what's next?